The Battle of Villiers, also called the Battle of Champigny, was the largest of the French sorties from besieged Paris during the Franco-Prussian War. Background: after news reached Paris of the French defeat of the Battle of Le Bourget and the surrender of Metz, morale began to drop in the city. Attempting to counter the grim mood, General Louis-Jules Trochu decided to attempt a breakout which could possibly link up with the French Army of the Loire. French attack. On November 30, Auguste Alexandre Decrotte led 80,000 men towards the villages of Champigny and Brie on the east bank of the Marne River. This section of the German lines was held by the Württemberg division of the Prussian Third Army. On the 29th, the Marne had flooded and a French reconnaissance attack turned into a disaster. 1,300 troops were lost. The main attack was to come the next day, followed by a series of diversionary attacks. Decrotte established a bridgehead on the opposite bank of the river at the two villages and advanced up a plateau towards Villiers. The Württemberg division was so well entrenched that the French artillery did little to dislodge them and the attack stalled. Decrotte called on his Third Corps, which had crossed the Marne north of Brie, to assault Villiers from the north. The Third Corps hesitated too long for an attack to be of any use, and now Decrotte was fighting a defensive battle. German counterattack. Helmut von Moltke, the chief of staff, was annoyed with the lack of energy which Albert of Saxony, commanding the Army of the Meuse, had shown in sending reinforcements to the Württemberg division. Von Moltke ordered General Édouard von Franzetsky to move with his Second Corps to the threatened area and assume command of all operations there. Franzetsky, however, had not been notified in time to do anything about the fight on the 30th. The two armies called a truce and buried their dead on December 1. The Germans faced a similar situation to the Battle of Le Bourget on December 2. Franzetsky did not feel that a counterattack was necessary since the main German line had not been broken yet. Albert pushed for a counterattack anyway, just as he had at Le Bourget. Franzetsky's attack was so rapid that it quickly took Champigny. The French then rallied and a stalemate ensued for the rest of the day. The situation worried von Moltke enough to cause him to draw up plans in case the French renewed their attack the following day and succeeded in breaking through. However, Decrotte had no intention of renewing the fight. His troops had suffered greatly in the cold, and even though he received word that the Army of the Loire was moving towards Paris, he withdrew back into Paris by December 4. Aftermath. The fighting had been costly for both sides. The French had lost over 9,000 troops while the Germans lost over 3,000. The Army of the Loire was defeated at the Battle of Orléans, and Decrotte urged Trochu and Foreign Minister Jules Favre to sue for peace with Prussia.